Hey, welcome back into the Clay Abrams Show. This segment is going to be brought to you by A1 Gear and Auto, located right there on Highway 49 South in Florence. If you're going south on 49, they're right there on your right. If you're passing by everybody's favorite Tom Fried Pies, right there in Richland, keep on going south. They're going to be on the right. Big white building, big red sign. Go see Justin and the team today and get your vehicle repaired. Whether it's a check engine light, your air conditioner's not working, brakes grinding, a funny noise you can't quite figure out, something ain't right, they'll make it right. But what they specialize in is your ring and pinion, transfer case, all that good stuff. If you're having any issues with your four-wheel drive, get it by there. You're hearing any kind of roaring sound coming out of your vehicle, get it by there. They're the leader in the industry when it comes to gears, rings, pinions, so much so it's in their name. Get by and see them today. That's A1 Gear and Auto, Florence, Mississippi, Highway 49 South. I've sent 3 of my personal vehicles over there, or family members' vehicles over there, in the last month or so. Boom, 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 back on the road. All right. Okay, since I teased it, we'll do this first. But I just found another story I did want to talk about. And so it had been yesterday morning, I guess, around 2 a.m., 4 a.m. So here it is. According to Highway Patrol, the incident happened around 4:12 a.m. on Highway 80. 3 people are dead after a police chase resulted in a multi-vehicle accident Wednesday. So there were four little we'll call them people, were in a 2013 Hyundai Elantra attempting to evade law enforcement. They were traveling, it don't matter what they were doing. They were running from the police, and they ran a red light, presumably, and they hit a Dodge Ram truck. The driver of the Ram was all right. 3 passengers 2 of them got thrown from the vehicle, and they were found on road dead. Another one died, I believe, in the car. 3 passengers have been identified: 18-year-old Jemiah Smith of Canton, 25-year-old Jalen Black of Jackson, and 30-year-old Dante Ingram of Jackson. Imagine that. Jackson and Canton teaming up to steal cars in Jackson. You know, imagine for a second. The last thing on this earth you do is run from the police in a stolen Hyundai. A Elantra, not even a Sonata. An Elantra. A stolen Elantra. Not a Corvette. Not a Porsche. Not a Ferrari. Not even a Chevy or a Ford. An Elantra. Have some respect for yourselves. A 20, what year Elantra? What year did it say? A 10-year-old Elantra? I mean, it ought not even be a felony for stealing a 10-year-old Elantra. What is that? What's grand larceny now? $1,000? It used to be $500. I found out the hard way one time when I was under 18. Come on, man. I mean, if you're going to be out here doing dirt in the city, make it worth your while. You're going to die over it. Make it worth your while. Pull over. Dang it. Parents, get a hold of your kids. Canton, Jackson moms, the meritocracy. Get a hold of your kids. Get a hold of your babies. Now, I'm sure I did a live feed yesterday from the house. I'm trying to bring the live feeds back, the live streams back. Had a good time the last 2 days doing them. I did one yesterday afternoon, and one of our good friends, Roger, brought it up. He said, yeah, the mamas, they're going to be all over the place. Then my babies, the police shouldn't have been chasing my babies. He's a good kid. He ain't do nothing wrong. He was going places. He was going to jail. That's the only place he was going. Jail. Kid wasn't going places. I mean, look, we never want to see anybody die. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point in this stuff. I don't want to see these kids. I want to see every one of these kids become future rocket scientists, We'll all be better for it. But first, they got to quit being thugs. You got an 18-year-old. Let me pull this back up. You got an 18-year-old, a 25-year-old, and a 30-year-old. Now, that's a strange age group to be rolling together anyway. What's that 30-year-old doing with his life that he's hanging out with an 18-year-old? What's that 25-year-old doing with his life he's hanging out with an 18-year-old? I can see the 25 and the 30-year-old hanging out. I mean, you out stealing cars with somebody that much younger than you, that's an issue. I got to send this text real quick. Got some guests outside the door and it's locked. On air. Come on, guys. All right. Yeah, a lot of y'all are texting me. And what do they call them in Jackson? What do they call them, students in Jackson? They don't call them students. They call them scholars. Y'all's little scholars ain't being very smart. Again, don't want to see anybody die. Prayers up for the families, all that good stuff. But y'all got to do better. This starts at home. Good Lord, man. I mean, I stole a bicycle once when I was a kid. Ended up being a racing bike. Was worth over $500. I caught a grand larceny charge as a minor. Luckily, I was a minor. You know, but dang, we weren't stealing cars. I mean, they steal cars for sport in Jackson. I don't think there's a big chop shop circuit. I'm sure there's chop shops in Jackson. Don't get me wrong. If there's an illegal operation going on anywhere, it's going on in Jackson, Mississippi. I think kids just stealing cars to joyride in. And now they done lost their life. I mean, find something else to do. I mean, y'all keep telling me, Clay, these kids ain't got nothing to do in Jackson. I mean, y'all keep building basketball courts. That ain't stopping this. I mean, every time I turn around, it's a community center. It's a basketball court. I saw where they tore down Jackson Square finally. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Tore down Jackson Square like 30 years too late. And I guess they're going to build some basketball courts there. This city needs another basketball court like I need a hernia. I don't think basketball courts are stopping the violence. Then every time you see these kids, now I hadn't seen a big outbreak of this summer, and I 100% credit this to the Capitol Police. 100%. I ain't seen all the nonsense of these kids riding their four-wheelers and dirt bikes on the street this year. Now, I'm sure they're still doing it in parts of South and West Jackson. But that downtown, Fondren and Belhaven, it had become a really bad situation over there. Normally I get a bunch of pictures from people, and every time I post them, at least they ain't out murdering and killing nobody. First off, murdering and killing are the same thing. First of all. Murdering and killing are the same thing. These ain't out robbing and stealing and killing. So if they can't ride their four-wheelers and dirt bikes on the streets, the next thing is, well, guys, we got to go rob and kill somebody. I'm bored. In the escalation of events, it goes straight from robbing and killing, riding four-wheelers and dirt bikes on the street illegally, to robbing and killing. Not read a book, watch TV, play a video game, do some push-ups, work out, holler at a girl. None of that. I can think of a dozen. Hang out in a parking lot. It goes straight to robbing businesses, carjacking folks, killing folks, stealing cars. I know carjacking and stealing cars is technically not the same thing. Carjack is if the person that's driving the car is in it. Stealing it is when it's in the driveway or not occupied. Yeah, so got a text on the Guns and Gear text line. How about get a job? Yeah. That's what this all comes back down to. Get a dang job. I don't want to work at no fast food restaurant. I don't either. Learn a trade. Learn how to do something, pull your pants up. Learn how to speak the proper language, proper English, and you'll get a good job. Ain't nobody going to hire you for a quote-unquote real job if you replace the word I don't know with I don't. Ain't happening. Now, when you get 46 years old and you've mastered the English language like I have and you can get a radio show, you can make jokes about own and mine and have a little fun with ebonics and slang. But if you can't even work the deep fryer at McDonald's yet, you ain't earned the right to bastardize the English language. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I'll be right back here on 103.9 FM, WYAB. I hope you enjoyed this clip of today's Clay Edwards Show. You can tune in live every Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. on 103.9 FM, WYAB in Central Mississippi. You can stream it worldwide and live at WYAB.com, the TuneIn app, or Alexa. Just search WYAB. And, of course, you're listening now on a podcast, so you can just hit subscribe where you're at. We update daily right here on the Clay Edwards Show, and check out all things Clay Edwards at ClayEdwardsShow.com for shirts and more. Peace.